What's up, everybody? I'm Duncan, and welcome back to the WBE. I'm afraid we're without webcam once again because I got back from E3 this morning, just landed, and I need to get the battle done, uploaded, and ready to go live by the end of today because it goes up on Saturdays. So I'm really sorry, but no webcam today, and I'm afraid that the team builder and battle have been combined again. Next week will be, as I know I said this last week, next week will be professional layout, top screen, bottom screen, really nice graphics made for the team builders, separate videos, all of that, face cam, I'll be back in the suit, all of that good stuff. This week, I'm afraid, are just not possible. Anyway, ShadyPenguinn and his absolutely terrifying team. Why is his team terrifying? Well, one, Megapincer has the potential to sweep my team if I lose Tapu Koko. And that's any team that I bring. 2, Ferrothorn is a real pain. 3, Darmanitan with a Scarf beats me if I don't bring rain. If I don't bring rain, I lose to Scarf Darmanitan, and as you can probably see from my team on the left, I did not bring rain. I'll explain that logic in a second. And finally, he could either be Electrium Z Thunderous T, which is super scary, or he could be Scarf Thunderous T, which is even super scarier. So I have a lot of things to prep for here, and we've done our very best. The first thing that we had to look at is I'm playing Hyper Offense, and Hyper Offense doesn't have the best matchup ever, especially my version of Hyper Offense doesn't have the best matchup ever against ShadyPenguinn's team. He has an impossible team to prep for if he knew what I was going to bring. But from ShadyPenguinn's perspective, I have a rain team. I have a very rain-focused team. So the odds of him bringing Scarf Darmanitan are pretty low. So if we ignore Scarf Darmanitan, my matchup gets a lot better. So we're taking a gamble. I took a gamble here with my team builder, and I'm like, he's not bringing Scarf Darmanitan. He's not bringing Darmanitan at all. We're taking that gamble, and if he brings Darmanitan, I guess we just get 6-0'd, and that's fine. I mean, we've got a couple of things that can live a hit, a singular hit from Darmanitan. Gliscor can live one hit. If it's already toxic, it can then protect and live another hit, and then do Stone Edge, and the recoil from the Flare Blitz will kill the Darmanitan. There are ways to play around it, but none of them are good. None of the options against Scarf Darmanitan here are good. So first up, we're running Gengar. We are running Timid, 220 speed. That outspeeds his entire team naturally, which is absolutely awesome. So any non-Scarfer will be outsped by this. We're running Energy Ball, Sludge Wave, Dazzling Gleam, and Hidden Power Fire. Energy Ball is there for Gastrodon and nothing else. Sludge Wave is a great stab move. Dazzling Gleam is there for the changing form Meloetta. It's there for Guzzlord if he decides to bring it, and it's there for Thunderous because it hits Thunderous. Sorry, I've lost my voice at E3. So there's the Croak. It hits Thunderous super hard, so really, really good move there. Hidden Power Fire is for Ferrothorn. It hits the same amount as Focus Blast, but it doesn't miss. So we're going with Hidden Power Fire and a Life Orb just to boost that power a little bit, maybe onto the same level as a modest Gengar, which is what we really want to be hitting hard in this matchup. We don't want to be having Tapu Fini living too long, or Thunderous living too long, and we definitely don't want Megapincer living a hit. So that is the Gengar. Gliscor is an interesting one here. We've actually foregone any stab moves where you're running U-Turn, Stone Edge, Protect, and Stealth Rock. Stealth Rock is super important against his team. It chips away massively at Megapincer. It does 50% to Megapincer after Mega, 25% before Mega. It does 25% to Thunderous T. It does 25% to Darmanitan. So all those things that I just described as the biggest threats to my team. Takes a massive amount of damage from that. And he's got Tapu Fini as a defogger, but he has no spinner. So the defog is going to be super important if we can switch Bishop in on that. And we'll discuss that when we get to Bishop. But we are running Stone Edge. We do want to be able to hit the Thunderous, so Earthquake just doesn't work. Otherwise, we would be running Earthquake. And finally, we're running U-Turn as a pivot move. We're a very slow Gliscor, so we should be able to pivot, slow pivot against the majority of his team and get stuff sorted. Next up, we have Xatu. Xatu is a Wincon. It's Electric Seed Xatu. We are bringing Tapu Koko, so the electric terrain will give us a defense boost. We are running it bold, max defense, max HP. This thing is here to live hits. If we get the Electric Seed boost, it only takes 50% from a Megapincer return and can actually roost in some situations against Megapincer. Not advisable, but it is running Calm Mind, Store Power, Air Slash, and after one Calm Mind, it can OHKO Megapincer with an Air Slash. Setup fodder for this includes Tapu Fini, it includes Ferrothorn, it includes Gastrodon, it includes some forms of Thunderous T if we have 3 Calm Minds up, but not really risking that one. It definitely includes Guzzlord as well. So lots of things that this thing can set up on if it has the electric seed boost. Guzzlord I'm expecting to run knockoff and actually doesn't do the 50% it would require to this thing after an electric seed boost. So very, very important that this Xatu is incredibly physically bulky. Air Slash can kill at +1. Stored power is there because if I manage to go off with this, it can just sweep his team. With +6 stored powers, you're doing like 1,000,000 damage to everything. Like you just blow everything back. I don't think any of his team lives a +6, +1 stored power. I don't think there's anything on his team. Obviously, Guzzlord doesn't get hit by it, but then a +6 Air Slash is going to chunk Guzzlord anyway. Mega Medicham was a difficult bring. We almost brought Politoed as a backup against Domaniton instead of bringing Mega Medicham, but Mega Medicham is too valuable with those fake outs. If we have the rocks pressure against Mega Pinsir, the fact that Medicham can come in and be an alternate to Tapu Koko as a way to take out Mega Pinsir, super, super important. Those fake outs doing huge amount of damage. 2 fake outs and a stealth rocks will kill a Mega Pinsir. That's crazy. That's crazy. Fake out is great, but you know what else is great? Him fearing the fake out, switching out Amon, and us going for the substitute. Zen Headbutt and Drain Punch as our stab options. Super good. And yeah, overall, Mega Medicham, absolutely awesome Pokemon. And I think it's the better bring than Politoed because we are, as I said, gambling against the Domaniton. And as soon as we start going, we're going to gamble that he's not bringing it, but we're still going to bring an answer. That's when you know you're making a mistake. Like, you can't do that. You got to go all in. If you're going to go gamble, you've got to go all in. Just even the Gliscor with that slight amount of defense that we wouldn't otherwise be running is questionable. But yeah, anyway, on to Bishop. Bishop, one of our other answers, if he does bring that Domaniton. Look at me saying I'm going all in and then saying that I've got another answer. Sucker Punch, super important. Black Glass's Sucker Punch, after he's taken a bunch of Flare Blitz damage and killed 2 of my Mons, Sucker Punch can come in and take out a Scarf Domaniton. Super good against Scarf Thunderous as well. Super good against everything on his team, basically, except for Mega Pinsir. If he defogs with Tapu Fini, Bishop comes in, Iron Heads, takes 1 hit, Iron Heads again, finishes Tapu Fini off. Super important that a +2 Bishop can 2-hit KO the Tapu Fini and then remain +2, or it can Swords Dance and then 1-hit KO the Tapu Fini, which if we're feeling real, that's the method that we would go with. Yeah, Bishop, other than that, really basic Bishop. It's just there to knock off items, be a threat. It can take out some of his bigger mons. Like, there are some mons that basically wall back Bishop, like Ferrothorn walls Bishop, and Guzzlord basically walls Bishop. But other than that, Bishop can come in, Swords Dance, and just destroy certain mons. Really, really good mon. I like Bishop a lot, and I really wanted to bring him because he hasn't gotten to come last week, and, you know, he's feeling left out. Finally, it's Tapu Koko, the one and only. Tapu helped me in this free-for-all. Tapu Koko is our answer to Mega Pinsir. Every single time Mega Pinsir is in, Tapu Koko is going to scare it out. We have Nature's Madness because we know if he's going to switch into something that can wall a hit, like Thunderous, a Nature's Madness is going to do 50% to that Thunderous. That's more than Dazzling Gleam. We've got Dazzling Gleam as well. If the Thunderous has already taken damage, that's the option there. U-turn instead of Volt Switch. Why? Thunderous has Volt Absorb. We don't want to be switching in Thunderous and then we Volt Absorb, Volt Switch. We don't even get the switch and we give him health back. And we're running that Assault Vest because, honestly, there was nothing else to run. It allows us to take a hit from Dragalge in some situations. If he's defensive, Dragalge, not really that likely. But other than that, it walls Tapu Fini way better with the Assault Vest. Takes way less damage. It can take hits from Thunderous for days and just fire off Dazzling Gleams. So super good to have the Assault Vest Tapu Koko. Definitely going to utilize that. And my phone just went off right at the end of the team builder. But you guys can deal with it. Alright, let's jump into this battle. Alright then guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, you can click up here to see more videos of this type on my channel. If you want to check out something else a little bit different, then you can click down here. And if you want to see everything that I upload, you can click the subscribe button right here.